Once upon a time, deep in a lush green forest, lived a little snake named Sly. Now, Sly was a perfectly fine snake, with shimmering green scales and quick, bright eyes. But he had a secret sadness. Every morning, he'd watch the other animals and sigh. "Look at them," he'd whisper to himself. "Everyone has legs but me." He'd watch the centipede, a tiny train of legs bustling through the undergrowth. Wow, Sly would think, imagine having that many legs. I could go anywhere so fast. Then he'd see a crab scuttling sideways along the riverbank, its little legs a blur of motion. How clever, he'd marvel. He even envied the frog, whose powerful legs could send it leaping high into the air. Sly felt so plain, so legless. All he could do was slither, and he was starting to hate it. One day, feeling particularly down, Sly coiled himself up under a large mushroom and started to pray. "Oh, great spirit of the forest," he pleaded, "I'll do anything. Just give me legs. Any kind will do. 4 legs, 2 legs, 100 legs. I just want to walk and run and jump like everyone else." He prayed with all his heart, day after day, hoping for a miracle. He was so focused on what he didn't have that he barely noticed anything else. He stopped noticing how silently he could glide through the grass, a whisper of movement. He forgot how he could coil himself into the coziest, warmest ball to nap in the sun. He didn't appreciate how he could squeeze into tiny cracks and crevices, finding the juiciest berries and coolest hiding spots that no-legged creature could ever reach. His envy had become a blindfold, hiding his own amazing gifts from him. One afternoon, as Sly was moping near a large pile of rocks, he heard a faint, desperate squeak. He slithered closer and peered into a narrow gap between 2 huge boulders. A tiny field mouse was trapped inside, its leg stuck under a fallen pebble. "Help!" cried the mouse. "I can't get out." A moment later, a fox trotted by. The fox saw the mouse and licked its lips. "Don't worry, little one," the fox said, trying to reach in with its paw. But the gap was too narrow. Its paw couldn't fit. Next, a badger waddled over. "I'll get you out," he grunted, trying to shove his snout in, but his head was too wide. The mouse was still trapped and getting more and more frightened. Sly watched from the side. He saw the fox's strong legs and the badger's sturdy claws, but neither could help. Then a thought struck him. He looked at the narrow gap and then at his own long, slender body. Without a second thought, he did what only he could do. He gracefully and effortlessly slid into the tiny crack. His smooth, legless body moved like water, flowing around the tight corners. He reached the terrified mouse, gently nudged the pebble away with his nose, and whispered, "You're free. Follow me out." Sly led the way, and the mouse scrambled out to safety, squeaking its thanks before darting away. The fox and the badger stared in amazement. "How did you do that?" the fox asked, truly impressed. Sly looked down at his long, winding body, no longer with sadness, but with a new sense of pride. For the first time, he realized that not having legs wasn't a weakness. It was his unique strength. He could go where no one else could. He could move in a way that was all his own. He was a master of slithering, and that was something truly special. From that day on, Sly never wished for legs again. He celebrated his shimmering scales and his incredible ability to navigate the world in his own unique way. He learned that comparing himself to others had only made him blind to his own wonderful talents. True happiness wasn't about having what everyone else has, but about discovering and loving what makes you, you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales from the forest. See you next time.